A story that comes to mind is when I worked at Party City. Not only were we a party supply store, but we also offered customers the ability to order different kinds of invitations. It could be for a wedding, it could be for a birthday party, it could be for a bar mitzvah, whatever their occasion was. We had books that they could look through and choose the kind of design that they would like. Now, the process normally takes between 45 minutes to an hour just to go through all the paperwork and make sure that everything is correct on the order form before we send it in to the company. A lady had come in and she was planning her daughter's wedding, which is a very exciting event. And so I showed her the different books that we carried and we went through them. I explained to her how long it takes to get the invitations, which is normally 7 to 10 business days, which is the average amount of time to get an order in. We fill out the forms. I ask all the proper information, her name, her address, her telephone number, when she needed the invitations, what color of ink she would like. And then after we have our discussion, I write the form up and the customer has to sign it, verifying that all the information on the forms are correct. Then we send the invitation order to the company, and then when the order comes back, we call the customer and let them know that the order is in. But before we do that, we also go over the paperwork that we submitted to verify that everything on the invitation is correct. Then we call the customer. Well, the customer came in, we went over the invitation, and she got very erratic. And when I mean erratic, I mean she started screaming. She accused me of taking the wrong order, that I misrepresented things on the paperwork, and that she did not sign the paperwork, verifying that the work was correct. Unfortunately, the paperwork was right. I did do everything correctly, but the customer was just not satisfied. Thankfully, my manager was standing behind me, stepped up, and explained to the customer that everything I did was correct, that the paperwork was signed, and I did make no mistakes on this. The customer then proceeded to get angry, threw the invitations at us, and stormed out of the store. That is one memory that I hope I will never relive again. I've never had anything thrown at me before, and that just turned out to be a bad day. It was not miscommunication on my part, but I perhaps maybe could have made her felt a little bit better and explained to her that I would have no problem redoing the invitation for her. Next time, maybe, if something like this happens, I will definitely take better actions. Thank you for listening.